Oink, oink.
What did the pig say, Catherine?
Oink. What did the pig say? Bye-bye.
We went to the Museum of Life and Science over in Durham. It is more like a mini zoo than a museum because the majority of the exhibits are outdoors. Cost is $20 for general admission and $15 for kids 3 to 12. And if you go more than once, you should probably get the membership to the museums and the art galleries and such, zoos and aquariums, because then you pay about $40, depending on how many people you have, like $40 per person sort of thing, and get into the museum for free. But at the museum, there's several exhibits. At the main building, they have what they call the Insectarium. So they got a bunch of bugs that you can look at under glass, and there's some other exhibits inside the building. And then when you walk outside of the building, there's a area that's kind of like a park. It's called Gateway Park. A bunch of climbing and slides and stuff. They put in, since the last time we were there, a bunch of chimes and bells and gongs for the kids to play with. And there was also a new exhibit outside called Hideaway Woods. And this is a bunch of tree houses hosted up into the trees, pretty high up in the trees, and they're all connected together, and it's pretty safe. Our 4-year-old had no problem climbing all the way up to the very top one and getting back down. And next to the Hideaway Woods is a man-made creek, and the kids had a great time going up and down the creek and playing in the water, which I found slightly ironic because this is something I did as a child for free, that we had to pay for the kids to go and do. But they did have a great time with that. After the Hideaway Woods, there's a small farm, and they have some llamas, some cows, some pigs, and chickens and some other farm animals. It's called the Farmyard. After the Farmyard, one of the main parts of the exhibit is the Magic Wings Butterfly House. We went in there, and you can, if you're patient enough, you can have a butterfly land on you or pick one up. They also have in the exhibit to learn about the life cycle of the butterfly. And after we went to the butterfly house, we actually had lunch at their cafe, their food place there, and it was very good food, and the wait wasn't very long at all, even though there was a line. So we were kind of impressed by that. Obviously, the cost is a little higher than your fast food places, but it was still a really good food. We went on from there over the railroad tracks. There's a little railroad that goes around. You have to buy tickets at the main entrance, so don't forget to buy tickets for the railroad before you go into the park. There's a dinosaur trail with some models of dinosaurs, and leads around to a dinosaur dig area. And like I said, it's kind of like a little zoo, because along with the Farmyard and the butterfly exhibit, there's a lemur exhibit, there's some North Carolina black bears exhibit, and some red wolves. And just recently, before we went, the wolves had pups, and so that was interesting to see. They had a camera set up so you could look into the den and look at the wolves. Beyond that, we went to the next place, which was Into the Mist, and that's a Hobbit mist garden sort of place where they have mist streams blowing everywhere, and it gets pretty hard to see. And then they have tunnels and stuff for you to crawl in and out of the tunnels. There's some other exhibits nearby that, the launch exhibit, we didn't do that one because there's a line. But after that there's the Catch the Wind, where we could control remote control sailboats and also play with some smaller sailboats in a little puddle thing. We spent the majority of our day out there. I think we got there before 10 a.m. and we stayed a couple hours after lunch, and the kids were definitely worn out by the time we got home. It's a great place to go. Like I said, if you go more than once, you'll probably want to get the membership to the museum, zoos, and such, aquariums, and to help reduce the cost of that. But here's a couple of videos that we've been showing of our time at the Durham Museum of Life and Sciences.